You're listening to the Lovable Losers Podcast Christmas Music Special.
Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph. Randolph ain't too far behind. Run, run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry. Tell him he can take the freeway down.
Hello everyone, this is the Christmas Music Special. It was made specifically for wrapping Christmas presents tonight. So you can sit here, listen to some good Christmas music, some good Christmas stories, probably drinking some eggnog with some sweet rum in it. But I hope everybody enjoys tonight. I will be touching in between the songs and in between the stories. So I hope everybody enjoys tonight.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little thing I really need, the deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, and fill my stocking with a duplex and checks. Sign your X on the line, Santa cutie, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
Well, since the holidays are around the corner, right here, we all know we have those holiday parties. We've got a few stories when some of those holiday parties company parties don't go quite as planned. First one's from a gentleman named Eric. He's a financial analyst. For my first job out of college, I worked in the business department of a big banking company. As part of the job, all of the newbies had to go through an intensive 2-month training program from November through December. after which we were officially on the payroll. Our trading ended on Friday of the big office holiday party, which was at a downtown bar, and we were to start our real jobs on Monday. So the party kind of morphed into the end of training celebration too. I took it easy on the drinks since this was our first real corporate party and we haven't even started our actual jobs yet. But one of my co-trainees did just the opposite. He started slinging bag rum and cokes, and ended up getting so drunk that he did one of those "I'm too sexy for my shirt" strip dances in front of the entire crowd. By the end of his dance, he ripped off his professional button-down and was standing on a table in the middle of the bar in only his nice pants and a ratty wife-beater undershirt. A couple of minutes later, one of the bartenders dragged him outside, where 4 cops were waiting for him. He didn't get arrested, but they talked to him for quite a while, and he wasn't allowed back in the bar. Shockingly, he didn't lose his job, only his dignity. He actually still works at the bank to this day, and still gets made of fun for his seasonal striptease.
Bells will be ringing, the glad, glad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friend to wish me greeting once again. Choirs will be singing Silent Night, Christmas carol by candlelight. Please come on for Christmas, please come on for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations, sure as the stars shine above. This is Christmas, yes, Christmas, my dear. The time of year to be with the one you love. Then won't you tell me you'll never more roam Christmas and New Year will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, 'cause I'll be happy, happy once again. Ooh, no more sorrow, no grief and pain, 'cause I'll be happy Christmas once again.
Christmas is creepy. The horrifying truth about Christmas is that the holidays does more than just remind children to be grateful and kind. It teaches them that tiny recon elves are real, other dimensions exist, and the whole holiday is basically a massive reworking of the pagan Yuletide festival. For example, the Christian tradition of Twelfth Night has its roots in paganism. Twelfth Night typically gets celebrated on the eve of the Epiphany, which usually falls 12 days after Christmas. On top of this, many families will take down their Christmas tree on or immediately after Twelfth Night. This sort of all links to the Twelfth Night tradition of Christianity. However, the Twelfth Night celebration is rooted in pagan customs. Originally, pagans celebrated the Yuletide festival around the time of the winter solstice, roughly December 21st. When the Christian Church sought to combat paganism by commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, with the celebration of Christmas, important pagan events were converted to Christian analogs, and thus the 12th Night Festival was born. One particular famous pagan 12th night tradition calls for a cake to be made with a bean and a pea baked inside of it. The man who discovers the bean gets crowned king, and the woman who finds the pea gets crowned queen. The king and queen take their seats at a throne and receive paper crowns, then a night of celebration ensures. In some Christian families, baking a 12th night cake is still a tradition. However, while Christians view it as rounding off to the Christmas season, pagans saw it as a time to worship the mother goddess of nature.
What do you think you're doing? What? I'm reading A Christmas Carol.
Wow, since when did you learn to read?
Oh, don't start with
Well,
me.
then don't start with me. We were supposed to visit my parents in Mineola. But no, we have to have a Christmas party for your friends.
My friends?
Yes, your friends.
What about your
I don't
friends?
have any friends.
You're
So
right.
start with
You're right, because you don't know how to make friends.
Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with you. Where is Santa and who's sleigh? And tell me why is it always this way? Where is Rudolph? Where is Blitzen, baby? Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. All the children are tucking their beds. Sugar plum berries dancing in their heads. Snowball fighting, it's so exciting, baby. I love you, and you love me, and that's the way it's got to be. I knew it from the start. For Christmas ain't the time for breaking each other's heart. Where is Santa and his sleigh? And tell me why is it always this way? Where is Rudolph? Where is Blitzen, baby? Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. All the children are talking their biz. Sugar plum fairies dancing in their heads. Snowball fighting, so exciting, baby. Ah, yeah, 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 I love you, and you love me, and that's the way it's got to be. I knew it from the start, 'cause Christmas ain't the time for breaking each other's heart. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with. Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight with you.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. We shouldn't fight like this on Christmas.
I know. What a
Are you
stupid
okay?
thing. I'm sorry. I'm fine.
Oh, I love you so much. I'm sorry.
I feel like we're together forever, you know?
Guess
We're
what?
gonna do everything.
Guess what? Merry Christmas.
Oh, you got me a present. Oh, that's so sweet. Because I didn't get you anything.
That's
I thought we were
okay.
going to break up. You know, we
No,
fight a
no,
lot.
we're in
Oh,
love.
so
We're
sweet.
together forever, sweetheart.
Mm. Oh, wow. Oh, you pig.
Why?
This is red. 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 Red makes me look bloated.
No,
you know
it
that. I
doesn't.
told you
Look,
that all the time.
Look,
You know, I
look,
tell you
it
that.
looks great.
No, it looks great.
I hope everybody's enjoying this. We are. I know we are. How are you enjoying it, Ray?
This stuff's delicious. Yes, yes.
Yeah, you're drinking a lot of the eggnog, man.
That's a big cup, dude.
It's a bowl.
So I said it's big.
Well, I hope everybody's enjoying this. It was a pretty good episode. We loved it. So hang on. We got more.
Oh, you do got more?
Yeah, we got... No,
Well, fill
not
up
of
my
the
cup.
eggnog. More
I'll just
stories,
drink it from the big
more
cup. It's
songs.
cool. I got it. Thanks.
Back to the show.
The next story is from Maggie, an account executive at a supply company. My first Christmas party out of college took place at a big bowling venue in the city, and my entire office left work at 3:30 p.m. on Friday to get the party started. I was a bit hesitant to take advantage of the open bar at first, as I was only 22 and just 2 months into the job. But as soon as we arrived, my boss started throwing back drinks, and my coworker, who was 10 years older and a bodybuilder aside, asked me to do a shot-for-shot challenge with them. Now, that's not a good idea. So I figured I'd go all in, since everyone else was too. Let's just say I don't remember anything about the night except ducking on one of those high-top bowling tables to throw up my tequila shots. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was lying fully clothed on my futon in my apartment. My roommates woke up and assured me that yes, my nightmare was a reality. Apparently 2 of my older coworkers, one being the bodybuilder guy that I was going shot for shot with, had brought me home in a cab, knocked on my door, passed me off to my roommates with a brief explanation of my current state, and promptly left. I was humiliated and spent the entire weekend in a state of panic, convinced I was getting fired on Monday morning. But when I got into work, nothing serious happened. Instead, my close work friends took great pleasure in recapping my idiocy, the highlight being that the fact that I tried to kiss not 1, not 2, but 3 of my coworkers in public. At the end of the day, the CFO of my company, who was more into practical jokes than making sure our company was financially stable, approached me with a huge grin on his face and said, "Hey, it seems like you had a lot of fun at the party. Can't wait to see what happens next year." Apparently, the only one who worried about my bad behavior was me. Oh man, these people got lucky.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where those treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Then I am dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write.
May those days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Ooh.
Mistletoe. Mistletoe is actually a parasitic plant. It latches onto a tree, then leaches nutrients and water from its host. Despite this, a tradition that dates back to Norse mythology declares that it's bad luck to refuse a kiss when under the mistletoe. Traditionally, after a kiss, the kissers are to pluck a berry from the plant. After all the berries were gone, the mistletoe no longer has any power. However, today that practice is a sure recipe for a cold sore. Additionally, the legend inadvertently acts as a tool for perverse powers, as creeps can cite the legend and justification as to why they are owed a kiss from those around them. Just saying, come around this time of year, you need to look up, down, left, right, and stay safe.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know.
make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. But I don't need to hang my stocking way above the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. And I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for more. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for saying. Won't even stay home, wait to hear the magic reindeer play. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you, baby. All the lights are shining, surrounding everywhere. With the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing, while the sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you bring all my baby to me? For Christmas, this is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Santa. You heard Bing Crosby declare it. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. No wonder your child can't sleep. An omnipresent old man with a beard is lurking somewhere around their house or bedroom. The question your child is undoubtedly dying to ask is, why aren't you calling the police? The reason your child can't articulate the question is that they've been become paralyzed with fear due to your complicity in Santa's voyeurism. Christmas songs. Kinda creepy. Even if you're not Christian, you most likely celebrate the holiday season to some extent. If nothing else, you probably enjoy hearing the occasional Christmas carol, which are basically unavailable in the month of December. And why shouldn't you enjoy songs about spreading love and goodwill? Hang on, what about I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus? Seriously? The pinnacle of moral authority for children is cheating on Mrs. Claus and hooking up with your mom, who happens to be cheating on your dad? The song ends after about 3 minutes, but the subsequent divorce proceedings, custody battles, and related emotional trauma takes years to fully unfold. Then there's the song Baby It's Cold Outside, where a predator tries to get his date drunk and won't let her leave. It's terrifying. When else do we celebrate such ill conduct and cheer?
I really can't
But
stay.
baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
But baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Been hoping that you'd drop
so
in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to
Beautiful,
worry,
what's your
and
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't
Well,
hurry.
maybe just a half a drink
Put
more.
some records on while I
The neighbors might think,
Baby, it's bad out there.
say, what's in this
No
drink?
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your
how
eyes are like starlight
to
now.
break the spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks
I
swell.
ought to say no, no,
Mind
no,
if
sir.
I'm moving?
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold out.
Ah,
Baby,
but it's cold
outside.
I simply must
But
go.
baby, it's cold outside.
The answer
But
is no.
baby, it's cold outside.
This welcome has
How
been
lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that storm.
My sister will be suspicious.
Gosh, your lips look delicious.
My brother will be there at the
Waves
door.
upon a tropical shore.
My maiden aunt's mind is
Ooh,
vicious.
your lips are
Well,
delicious.
maybe just a cigarette more.
Never such a blizzard before.
I've got to get
But
home.
baby, you freeze out there.
Say, lend me a
It's
coat.
up to your knees out there.
You've really been
I
grand.
thrill when you touch my
But
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing to me?
There's bound to be talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At
sorrow.
least there will be plenty implied.
If you caught pneumonia and
I really
died,
can't
get
stay.
over that old doubt.
Ah,
Baby,
but it's cold outside.
Man, that was a pretty dark song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it still cold outside, by the way, man? 'Cause I don't think it's that cold.
Yeah, no, it's cold outside.
Really? All
Yeah,
right.
it's
I
cold
guess I'll
outside.
wait till it
How
warms
you
up.
feeling over there?
Kind of a little bit dizzy, man. I think I drank that funny milk stuff. Is weird.
You know I put
Egg
rum.
juice.
You know I put rum in that eggnog, right?
Oh, I didn't know you're a pirate. Well, congratulations. When'd you convert?
Don't you worry about it. It's not gonna bother you in a few seconds. Back to the show.
The elf on the shelf is on a reconnaissance mission and reports to Santa nightly. That thing is creepy. The elf on the shelf, which is based on the book, is the epitome of the acceptable threats parents use to control their children. During the other 11 months of the year, parents try to reinforce positive actions and kindly instruct their children to improve upon negative behavior patterns. Then December rolls around, and all that goes right out the window. At night, the elf floats away to report on everything he witnessed, which serves as motivation for children to behave during the daytime. Oddly enough, when the elf returns in the morning, it's usually in a bold way. A child might awaken to find him soaking in a hot tub of hot chocolate with Barbie, or having just written something on the bathroom mirror and toothpaste. Children are forced to laugh and appreciate the elf's obviously dualist personality, so I guess the rule of law is do what the elf says, not as he does, or he'll snatch a big brother, aka Santa. It's kind of a mind screw for children. When Santa breaks in. When he does, your parents just offer him food. During the 15th century in France, people believed in the witches, fairies, and other creatures of the occult entered homes through chimneys. Washington Irving borrowed this concept in the early 1800s when he published a satirical piece about St. Nicholas, which many believed evolved to the tradition of Santa Claus. It's unclear why people went from being terrified of the chimneys in the 15th century to embracing the idea of a mystic breaking in and entering in the 1800s. The chimney ends up being one of the first areas to inspire doubt in children, especially children who don't have visible fireplaces or wood stoves. Until that happens, kids are instructed to believe that once a year mom and dad let a stranger break in their home, move freely about, and drink and eat as he pleases. And this is why I think Christmas is creepy.
I'll be home for Christmas. and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light leads. I'll be home, oh Christmas, oh yes, if only in my dream I'll be home for Christmas.
You're familiar with all the characters from Christmas: Dasher and Dancer, of course the elves, Frosty the Snowman. For some time now you've been familiar with them. But Christmas has been a terrifying holiday masquerading as the most wonderful time of year. As much as we may love Santa Claus and his predecessors for shelling out presents to good boys and girls during the Yuletide season, we mostly ignore that it's a reward system with traumatic consequences for a social contract none of us ever agreed to. Yet Santa is the least offensive. Well, aside from being the de facto overlord of these characters, and he only deals with those who end up on the nice list. But what happens to those who end up on his naughty list? We bad boys and girls don't get off so easy. Here we unveil some of the most scary and traumatizing characters who have haunted the most wonderful time of year through the ages. Hailing from Germany is the Belsnickel. It's a creepy looking figure, covered in patchwork rags to keep his identity secret. He also wears furs and carries a switch to which to threaten children. In the weeks leading up to Christmas, Belsnickel stops by the doors of households with children and threatens the kids whom have been behaving poorly. This year, one last time, if they don't straighten up, they'll not only not get presents, but get a good beating from Belsnickel himself.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Absolutely everything about Santa's pal Krampus. Now, if you grew up in North America versions of Christmas, you know Saint Nick, Santa Claus. But one of the things that's disturbing is he has a questionable friend. And chief among Santa's entourage of shady characters is Krampus, a demon with massive horns whose main job is to drag naughty children to hell. Apparently, Santa doesn't really want to know if you've been naughty, so a few weeks before Christmas he sends Krampus around to weed out the bad children. For minor offenses, Krampus might choose to simply beat the child with a bundle of sticks. If then especially be bad, however, they're tossed in his sack and brought straight to hell. By the way, apparently Krampus begins watching you the moment you're born, as it is evident by images of a demon taking flocks of presumably naughty infants away to some horrid fate. Oh, I'd love to have that painting. The Nutcracker. Most people have seen some version of the Nutcracker. However, many are not aware that his beloved holiday staple was written and based on E.T.A. Hoffmann's 1816 fairy tale. In the fairy tale, a young girl named Marie falls in love with the Nutcracker Prince, who she can only see come to life when she's asleep. During a battle between the Nutcracker Prince and the Mouse King, Marie cuts her arm and falls into a feverish sleep. There she gets brainwashed by the Mouse King. After Marie recounts the story to her family, they forbid her from speaking about her dreams. Nonetheless, Marie's faithful love of the Nutcracker brings the ugly doll to life once again. She and the Nutcracker Prince leave Marie's world and choose instead to live in the Doll Kingdom. So basically, the Nutcracker is a story about a young girl who falls in love with a doll, then leaves her old family and life to spend her days with said doll in a world where toys are constantly warring with mice, and children marriage laws apparently do not exist. Clearly, it's a wonderful, inspiring Christmas story.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas.
Okay, the next is from Amy, a public relations director. I'm a public relations director, and every year lots of my clients invite me to year-end holiday dinners to thank me for my hard work throughout the year. Last year, one of my most stylish brands invited me to a super fancy white tablecloth dinner, and I brought my junior assistant because she'd been a huge, integral part of my success with this particular client. Well, she ended up getting so drunk on the free booze that she threw up on the table during dinner. It was completely mortifying. We all scrambled to clean it up, but the damage was done. My client was visibly disturbed, obviously, but he was professional about it and simply asked that my assistant be taken home immediately. The next day I called my hungover assistant into my office and told her that her behavior was unacceptable. It not only made her look bad, it made me look bad too. Didn't fire her because she'd been so professional leading up to the dinner. But I did have her send a handwritten apology note to my client, and I included one on my behalf as well. Luckily my client didn't drop us, though this year we only got invited to a midday luncheon, and they served us iced tea. Well, Sounds like these folks got lucky. I'm sure there's war stories out there. If you have any, please feel free to share them. Maybe for next year's thing, or maybe we're going to do something for the end of year show. But that's it. I myself don't have any bad stories because I usually avoid the company parties. Just, I don't know why, but whatever.
Well, that's our show, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We brought it out specifically for, wrapping gifts and everything. We want to leave you out on this note, though. I want to know your worst Christmas experience, Ray.
Mine?
Yes, yours.
Well, stemmed from my childhood, actually. Really wasn't that bad, but it could have been. Well, it was before Christmas, right? Like, I'm talking a few days before Christmas. Had a bunch of family gathered at my house. We're fixing to take a trip, of all places, to Paris, France. We were going to fly there. Due to this uncle of mine who worked over there, so he treated everybody to a two-way ticket to go and come back. Spend the holiday over there and come back. Well, the only bad thing is we're flying from here, the airport here, so I had everybody at my house. So, of course, with uncles, grandparents, cousins, the sleeping arrangements have to be, reshuffled. Well, I find out I'm getting banished to the attic with a cousin of mine who's a known bedwetter, okay? Number two, they're all eating dinner, and what's my favorite kind of pizza, Angel?
Cheese?
Cheese pizza, man. They did order one. I didn't even get a slice. So, of course, being a young child at this time and having that, right on that board of teenage angst, I did lash out at my family, and I said I wish I never had one. Of course, Mom came back saying, "You should watch what I wish for. It might come true." Well, the next morning, man, guess what?
What?
No family. They are gone.
This sounds a lot like...
Gone, dude. They're gone, man. Check
Home
this out.
Alone,
But that's
man.
not the only thing, dude. That's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. It wasn't gone. I got to get a cheese pizza, but here's the weird thing. You know where it started getting bad? I had
Where?
2 burglars trying to break into the
Oh my
house.
God.
But
Right.
dude,
This is exactly
due
the
to
plot
some
to
really
Home Alone.
ingenious home deterrence based on myself, I was able to stop it. And I'm sorry, were you saying what? That happened
This
to you
is the
too?
exact
Did that happen to you
plot
too?
Home Alone, Ray.
What do you mean?
You need to stop watching TV, man.
What do you mean stop watching TV?
Yeah.
I asked me to stop breathing, dude. You know what, buddy? It's okay. You know what? I see you laughing at me. Everyone wants to laugh. Hey, check this out. Look, it's mistletoe. Come here.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle in the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around